Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge show for you tonight. Once again, featuring British Jackie, brought to you by Tracy Chevrolet. Taking time out of her busy schedule. She was just on the radio. She's gonna... Tracy, what radio station was that?
WM Salem State University Radio, 97.1, I believe, FM. Yeah.
And you're going to be back on that show.
December 18th. Yeah. Yep.
Sunday
from 12 to 3 p.m. I believe it is.
Tracy's always got something cooking. We're lucky that she's able to come down to the studio tonight. She's going to be doing, she's going to be surprising us with some kind of presentation a little later on. Now, thankfully, it is time for, for British Jackie, brought to you by Tracy Chevrolet. She's going to come up to the desk now and set up her stuff.
Hi everybody, I'm here. And there we are. Hello. Well, we're so far behind, so far over the top of the screen there. There I am. Hi everybody, nice to see you all. And thank you, Johnny and Evan. That was very moving. I was sitting there quite getting despondent, but you know what, I've brought something with me today to help cheer everybody up here. We've got a wonderful holiday coming up tomorrow, and actually it's interesting because I am from the UK, so I don't normally celebrate this very American holiday, but today I'm here in Cambridge, US, so I'm here to celebrate with you to get ready for the holiday tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a cooking demonstration for you, so I have brought some food. And I was wondering if there's a kitchen here. I don't know what's behind that. I don't think there is a kitchen. So we'll just have to make cooking pretend demonstration. I've got very special hand-me-down traditions I'd like to celebrate, even though I'm English. About Thanksgiving, we've brought food. We've got a wonderful turkey dinner here. Can you see that? Ignore that. We're not sponsoring anybody here. They're not sponsoring us. But we've got wonderful, it's turkey, and it's got mashed potatoes, which is critical. So my instructions here are for people who would like to have the Thanksgiving dinner and would like to do it in their own kind of way. Any way you do it is fine, including the way that I like to do it, which is special frozen TV Thanksgiving dinners. And it's a very special hand-me-down tradition, ladies and gentlemen, from my father. We used to have these frozen TV dinners at his place on Thanksgiving. It was quite wonderful. I have great memories of that, watching television, and which I can't stop doing right now. I'm watching myself on television eating dinner. It brings me back. So the first thing we got to do here, we've got to read the box. We've got a box here with the wonderful dinner, and it says right on the box here, okay, it says open the carton. So I guess that means we open this carton here, so we'll go ahead right now. We'll open the carton. You take it like that and you rip it open. Wonderful. And then you've got the food. And you can just well, actually, we need this. It's got the instructions right here in the red. You want to keep an eye on those. Okay, so we've done that. And while we're doing this, it's very special memories. It's a time of remembering Thanksgiving, isn't it? Time of remembering Thanksgiving past with family and friends. I've had some wonderful times, especially with friends on Thanksgiving. Not necessarily related to eating or the holiday, just happened to be right around that same time of year. So one Thanksgiving Eve, right, I met this wonderful man at my apartment. Actually, I'd known him for a couple of weeks by then, met him like 2 weeks or so before. That's right. He was out for Thanksgiving Eve. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. We're hanging out, we're ingesting what you could say like a stimulant or recreational substances. We were up late, planning to be up pretty much all night at that point. And I had to catch a train that morning at 7:30. That same very day. It was 1 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, right? So it actually was the holiday itself. Such fond memories I have. And so we were about to, we were talking, and he wanted to put on some pornography. And I was like, oh please no, oh please no. I'd been, you know, as a ski bunny, right, I'd been seeing a lot of that. I'd go to people's houses and they would have it on the big screen, as big as this screen right here, and I wouldn't be able to avoid it. It wasn't something that I particularly wanted to see at that moment on the holiday itself. So, but I agreed because I trusted this man. It's a wonderful thing to trust somebody that you're spending time with, isn't it? So we did. We watched a little bit, and it was something I'd never seen before. Before I get to that, I'd like to actually continue on with the demonstration we've got. So basically, the interesting thing is that you want to take your food here. Excuse me while I go out of the screen. Here, I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed the screen. I missed seeing myself a bit. So then you want to poke your holes. It says peel back, but you know when I make these, which I do quite often, I take them and I poke the holes because I enjoy that so much more than peeling back the film. So we'll go ahead and do that. You poke the holes right in there, like that. It's quite wonderful. You want to do it with a lot of force so you get right through the plastic. It's very important. Oh, and very important you don't lose any of that potato. That's really the best part there, the mashed potatoes. As my friends know, I love them. Like that, and that will pretty much do. You want to be very careful. You don't like lose any of the food popping out like I did. got it all over my dress now. Well, that's what happens on Thanksgiving. It's a messy holiday all the way around, really. So that's what you do there. So you put on pornography, and it was something I'd never seen before. It was a reverse of the normal sort of heterosexual intercourse dynamic, where there were women who were wearing these strap-on sort of appendages as these dildos, and they were using them on the men. I'd never seen anything like that before, and was I delighted? Was I so rapturously delighted to see such a thing? You know, ladies and gentlemen, it changed my life completely and forever. And I'm not exaggerating. You may think I'm British Jackie. I'm tend to embellishment, but really I'm not. Not exaggerating there at all. I highly recommend it. If you find something good in that genre for Thanksgiving, you might want to enjoy it. So I have this wonderful glass. I'm getting ready for my Thanksgiving meal here. Wonderful glass I've had left over from Halloween. It's from Halloween. We've got a Halloween glass to help celebrate the whole fall movement. I've got some water. We're going to put the water. That's how we say it in England. We say water. Pour a little bit of that there. I'm going to have a little beverage along with my dinner. So what's the next step on our list here? We've got to do some more. Isn't it wonderful? Following instructions. It's so wonderful. Right here. So the next thing you want to do is look back at the red panel where it says cook on high. But we can't actually do that. We can cook while high. We can't cook on high. So we've got to put it in for 5 minutes. So we'll pretend it's 5 minutes. We'll keep an eye on that clock. Okay, so 7:51. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. While we're waiting, we'll discuss some more about our Thanksgiving past, ladies and gentlemen. So we ended up staying up all night. I could not turn away from that wonderful pornography that I was watching with this man. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, it was quite astonishingly life-altering for me at the time. Because in so many ways, it was like it's something I'd never seen. I never even imagined something like this, especially for pornography. I'd always thought it's something that sort of reinforced the sort of status quo of sexuality. You know, sort of always a traditional man does this, woman does that, but this was not like that at all. Not at all. Totally different. And I really was quite refreshed. You know, and I still am whenever I think about it. I'm getting all tingly just thinking about it. Are you? Hopefully not too tingly, because we can't do that really here on public access television. We can't really keep it in that mode. So we're going to go back to the food, as a matter of fact. So it's been about 5 minutes, I'd say. So we'll just put this over here. And then you take it out, and you actually put it back in, and you cook it some more. What do? You stir it and recover. So we'll just recover. Isn't that interesting? Cover. So it's not recover as in recovery. Just cover. You stir it up. We'll pretend, right? Pretend kitchen, pretend stir. Stir it up, stirring, you know. And it's wonderful. And so then you put it back in for a few minutes, and we'll just pretend, okay, 1, 2, few minutes passed. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, having a cooking demonstration would not be complete without presenting the finished product. Ladies and gentlemen, so I've got another cooking thing that I've pre-cooked. I've already cooked it in my apartment where I do have a kitchen, right? So I've got this pre-cooked thing. I'm going to rip into it, because you know what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to enjoy the meal together. Very special moment. It got a little spilled while I carried it across town to bring to the holiday. So we're going to the holiday presentation, this special hand-me-down tradition of having a frozen turkey dinner here, watching television on Thanksgiving. It's absolutely wonderful. It just warms my heart to be able to do this and share it with all of you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching as we do this. So I'll replace this thing. It's hard as a rock. Can you hear that? Those are the potatoes, right? But now they're real mashed potatoes, and they're wonderful to eat. So I'll put this right, get this out of sight. Oh, we don't want to. Yeah, we're not sponsoring any of these people. So, and then I brought something quite special. Also, I've got this very special candle, and I don't know if it's legal to light. Oh, and can you see that wonderful glow? Does it impart beautiful glow onto my skin tone? Yes, it does, of course. Oh, that was naturally there already, of course, right? So we've got this wonderful candle that glows and it flickers. It's beautiful. So we're going to put that here. We have setting a very nice mood for our holiday presentation, ladies, and my cooking presentation. So I'm going to try a little bit of my food here. I'm going to try a little bit of the happy mashed potatoes. They're not looking so good. What do you think? Is that something you would enjoy? There is turkey under there. No, it's wonderful. Let's go. You stir up. Yeah, not too bad here. You know, for such an easy thing. All I did was follow the instructions on the box, open the carton, and followed the instructions just as they let. And so I'm going to have a little taste of this. Let's see. It's not bad. It's not bad. You do need some water to wash it down. You know, just have your water handy in case it's not quite what you expected. Yeah, no. Much better. Yeah, so good. So we're going to put that back, actually. We're not going to eat that here because it's not quite what we expected. You want to have a napkin handy as well, in case Any that remains in your mouth and you didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just got a little cold, I'll say that. I got a little cold. We wouldn't want to have anything ruin our Thanksgiving meal now, would we? Any arguments or anything like that? No, we don't have any, we're not going to bring up any of those types of memories. And we can put a little music on or something. You can do whatever you want. You can put a little television, turn down the volume, watch some music, put on some pornography, like I did that one Thanksgiving, that very memorable holiday that I'll never forget. And you know, what we did after that, ladies and gentlemen, was quite astonishing. I ran to the living room because I hadn't yet unpacked boxes. I'd been living in that space for about 4 years at that time. Hadn't unpacked the boxes yet. That was my lifestyle, so it represents where I was at the moment. And so I went in and I found myself a dildo that I actually had bought years, decades in fact, earlier. I'd had that for other reasons, totally other reasons, never thought to use it in that context. So there it was, in a box in my apartment already. But unfortunately the harness I had was not working, it was broken. Age. It was age that broke it. It wasn't like sustained rigorous use or anything that had broken it. But so I had that, so I had to go out and within a few days after I had returned from my holiday, after taking that 7:30 a.m. train without having gotten any sleep, I returned. So wonderful Thanksgiving memories, aren't they? I returned back to the apartment and went out and purchased a harness is what they call it, and went on with that, ladies and gentlemen. It was absolutely, we followed that all the way to its natural conclusion. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I was transformed by that experience. And this is the transformation that you see in front of you. So if that is not any kind of a special recommendation for it or testimony to the power of doing things differently, of reversing